Last time on CTG.
I have planned to go to Jotunheim, make peace with the giants, to open his eyes to the thought of joining us.
So, what was your life like before the war?
It was harsh. I was born a prince of Emberfall.
General, do you have any games?
I spy something beginning with tree.
When we meet, there's a trial of sorts that I do not think he would be able to pass. I wait for him.
I see.
And you begin leaving to the capital of Jotunheim. Hey there, I'm Curtis, and I'll be your DM today. And welcome to CTG. Now, to the left of me,
Hi, I'm Taylor, the voice of Timothy Burns.
And I am Tyson, the voice of Cassius Claymore.
Hey there, I'm D-Man, and I'll be playing Brent Carter.
I am Kat, and I'm playing Darien Wood.
And I'm Kayn, I'll be Magnus Marik.
Alright, well, let's get straight into this. Ooh, that same beautiful sound. Okay. You're traveling through the mountains of Jotunheim. Now, these mountains are colossal, snow-covered peaks, akin to, like spears piercing the sky. And standing at the base of these giants, well, you're not at the base of all of them, but when you are, if you were to be standing at the base of these giant mountains, you feel a sense of insignificance, dwarfed by the massive stature of these slopes, treacherous, with many loose paths and rocks on your journey. Now, snow blankets the upper reaches of these mountains, like I said. Though lucky at the areas where you stand, it's more not slippery. It's only when it gets higher. So you've been traveling about that kind of middle level through the mountains, where you're not at the bases where it's the most widest to escape through, but you're not at the top where it's the most slipperiest. And the path is uneven with sharp rocks. You have to help one another quite often in terms of falling, slipping, and some of you have climbing gear, hooks, ropes. Am I staying corrected? You'd often pull those out to either scale larger cliffs, helping one another in what sort of ways there are. Conversation does happen here or there, but you're all getting tired, your bones ache, your muscles are sore, especially for a 50-year-old man. The complaining doesn't stop. And you hear Ronin kind of perk up. Now, you've got this hook, I would say, maybe yours, D-Man, at the top of this ledge. You're climbing up it, kind of, I wouldn't say it's about like an 80 degrees almost. And you're climbing up it like that, feet planted on the steep of the mountain, and you're grabbing each rope one, and you're all kind of helping each other out. Additionally, you're all carrying large, heavy backpacks, so this is quite the workout. And you're feeling puffed. Not just you, of course, but the entire party. Now, I would say Ronin is behind you. Who would be the one leading the climb? You? Right. So, you're going up. Now, this is often what you do, is that Malice will go either last, because if it breaks, he's bringing the whole party down with him. Yes?
Sorry, I thought we left Malice behind with the old man at the end of last session.
No. He's still here.
Oh?
Or he's still here. Mainly because, I would say it's like you're planning to send him there. Like, when you reach the location, you're planning to send him back. Is more how I'm taking it, or how Ronin will do it. So it's like it's not like such a long time, so he spends more time traveling
Yeah.
back and forth, rather than doing much. So it's more just to keep him busy. And anyways, Malice will climb from the bottom after everybody else, I would imagine, because if it breaks from his weight, because he's obviously a lot larger, a lot heavier. Now, Ronin will say to you, as he's climbing up, he places one hand on the rope, wherein it appears to be, they said it was Vendelkro, of the 10 lands of Jotunheim.
Oh, great. Does that mean we're close? As they grab the next bit up.
Fortunately, it lies on the outskirts.
Alright, so how much more of this do we have?
I'm hoping not much, but it's not going as planned. You're one towing up this rope. Yep.
What do you mean not going as planned?
Well, I thought it would be more of a straight shot to the capital, to the king.
Well, from what I understand, we didn't kick the giants out to here because this was prime land for building, was it?
That is correct. And he kind of just continues going on. Now, you all kind of chug up the top of this hill. It's steep. Get over it. You can hear Malice climbing from the back, coming from beyond. And each time you do, you can almost see the hook chipping off as he climbs up. So it actually is genuinely...
I imagine like we go to hold down the hook while he's
Now, can I just quickly get maybe a athletic check from you, please?
Lord. That is a 24.
24. Now you watch as it starts to kind of give a little bit, and you kind of reel it back. You almost pull him up a little bit, because 24 is pretty crazy. So you almost pull him up, you're almost like lifting him up a little bit. And you reach the top. Now, what you're welcome to is a very flat base. Or a very flat base kind of area. It goes to the openness of the landscape, which is more or less just fog. Mountains and fog. Not much more than that. And then on the right side of you, when you're standing forward looking at it, is just this carved out kind of side of the mountain. And it kind of goes into this massive, almost circular area, and it's all just kind of sitting with not still water, but that shimmering beautiful clear, not clear but water, almost reflecting some sort of light. It's not like radiant or anything, it's just normal water, but it looks like you're gonna have to cross it to get to the other side.
It's just still water, correct? It's
I wouldn't say still water, because I know still water is like something else.
well, like a lake.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like some sort of just collection of water from you don't know where.
And there's no way of skirting around. We gotta.
You can shimmy across the ledge of the kind of area. You could do that if you really wanted.
I'll just tend to.
I, the half-human, half-triton, like to breeze straight through the water, like a normal person.
Is Cassius?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Finally, for once, being a triton is worth something. Yeah.
Well, you watch as Cassius just leaps in, and starts swimming across.
I'm just gonna turn to like I don't know, maybe Timothy Burns and be like, "What? Wow, the old man, he can swim a little, can't he?"
You sure can.
Now, how are the rest of us getting across?
Does it look deep?
No, it's about waist height.
Oh.
He's just swimming.
I'm gonna put my hand in the water. Is it just normal water?
It is.
Is it at normal temperature?
Yep. It's quite cold actually.
How cold is cold?
Not like it's just like
Okay.
really, that morning cold water.
I suggest we walk through it.
Oh, well, fair enough. I thought it would be deeper. Because it's quite, like, how long, why would you say this lake is?
Jeez. Like 50s, 60s, around there kind of feet.
No, I was going to be way bigger.
No, I'd say it is. It's well, just the way you're going, right? The area that you have to get to, just crossing it. That's probably how big it is.
Okay.
Because I'd imagine you're not like taking the long way, skipping and hipping around.
Yeah, no, we just cut straight through it.
Yep. So it's like just getting to the other side that you need to go, or the solid land you want to get to.
Mm.
Unfortunately,
take
though, that
that?
does require climbing up. So you have to climb it. Not much. 10 feet, 5 feet, 8 feet.
Do we take our clothes off? And then
No.
like put them on our heads and then walk through?
Would you like to? It's just because it's armor, so it's a bit harder to do.
Oh, because I don't want to catch a cold.
Good point.
Yep.
Wait, well, he's already
He's already
waist deep in, so.
Well, it's fine.
He stops, takes the clothes off. So,
You'll be fine.
He's on his back and he's like, you know. No, I'm just gonna leave my armor on as I go through.
Okay.
Right.
You guys
Now-
wear clothes?
nah, and you all start walking through. Now, as you're walking, you're watching Tyson. He's almost reached the other side, right? He's about 30 feet through. You guys are now hit like 20. I'm just saying, right? He's not going super quickly, right? He's not like he's still waiting for you guys, right? He hasn't just left in the water. And you watch as Ronin kind of turns to you. To you, Brent. He says, Do you feel that?
Feel.
And you watch as he gets pulled deep into the water as he just disappears. And he's gone.
I'm gonna quickly just shout, Ronin! As I'm kind of like, you know, do that like water, right?
Oh yeah, the water one with your arms are in the air. And you're like, yep, yeah.
I've drawn
Side
out
to
my
side.
sword ready to like,
Yeah. The area he's at, you kind of splash through the water and he's gone. Gone. And the water is shallow. He got pulled straight down.
I'm gonna call out like, Tim, Magnus, over here.
Ronin, who's that? Just gaslighting.
Did you?
Yeah, I called out loud to both of you.
We're right next to you.
What's happening? What's happening?
And I'm just gonna do like a little dive underwater to try and find.
Oh my god.
How about that soul?
Now
I'm not touching the ground.
he's gone. He's not there at all. And you kind of come back up. Your face kind of covered in water, and he's gone. Now you can hear kind of massive. You kind of shaken a bit by massive. Oh my god. You're kind of shaken by these massive splashes, and you hear like or you first watch it, and you see this. You kind of turn to your right, and this massive maw leaves the water. It's about, that standard large crocodile kind of size, and it comes leaping out, and the full jaw of it is unhinged and open, and you can see down its throat. And as it's about pouncing on you, you see an obsidian gauntlet kind of grab the upper of its snout, the bottom, and he kind of holds it in place. And he turns to you, watch yourself, Brent. As he grabs the creature, and kind of you can hear it as he breaks kind of its jaw from the bottom of its mouth and drops this kind of the body of it as he kills it into the water. These are Dreki. What he says to you.
Yeah, thanks, Malice. I would almost do like a little check to see if Ronin's in that particular.
He is not. Do not worry.
No.
You don't know where he is.
So there's
Leaving this
multiple.
water.
Sorry.
How
I
far
walk
through are
on
we?
the outside now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it to the other end.
So would you all start just booking it to the
Well,
other
it
end?
depends how far we are.
The dead center.
40 feet, maybe?
Yeah, like you're 30 feet, you're 40 feet. Tyson, 40 feet. Tyler,
Down to 60 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep
And there's
going.
how much more to go?
like 20.
Okay, I'll just book it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and like book it a little bit.
Can I get a roll from
All the walkers.
all the walkers?
Any modifiers?
I'm a running, so
Yeah, what's the modifier? Or is it nothing?
No modifiers.
17.
good.
Wow. Wow.
We get a 7.
Very undercat.
9. No modifiers, right?
Yep. Now, you two both feel like a. Now this is where it both clocks for both of you. You can feel it burrowing underneath the ground underneath you. And Taylor, you feel the same kind of tremble and motion
Can I try and take a stab where I think the burrowing's coming from?
into rock.
The rock.
Nice.
Would you like to?
I mean, I'll give it a try. Like like a
Yeah.
I'm trying to secure whatever's under there. That is a natural 20 or 28, if you want the exact roll.
Now, you stab downwards, piercing through the rock. And you feel like you hit the creature, though you're not sure, of course. And as you release your blade upwards, you see a stream of this kind of orange blood kind of plague the water, coming seeping from that little cut hole.
I think I got it!
Now, let's go to the least fortunate of us. Cat. As you're walking through the water, you notice Magnus and Brent, they're going quick. Like, and obviously Cassius Claymore is a seaborn man. Additionally, Tim's also, you're losing them. And as you are, you feel something grab onto your leg,
My third leg?
and you're pulled underneath. Kind of, you know that horror movie, you know, with hands in front of you, like, and you're pulled underneath the water. You can also feel it twisting, like a death roll.
Do any of us hear this? Or like see it?
Would you scream?
No, I'm a man. I'll be.
He
Oh!
just disappears. He just disappears.
We're gonna carry on booking it.
Do we at least see like a splash in the water?
You would, yeah, you would.
So
What was that?
Oh, pardon me.
I'm gonna turn around, look, see that he's not there.
Yep.
I didn't get him.
I didn't get him. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, going through, Tyson, you would have made it to this wall now, ready to climb.
Oh, can I climb?
You can.
Oh, I throw my trusty hook and chain up.
You're not swimming up the side.
I'd actually like to water bend the water up over the cliff, start swimming through. Well, and in that case, I'll throw hook and chain and climb up.
Yep. So you kind of throw the hook and chain
I
and
was
start
actually
climbing up.
talking about the monster swimming
Now
up there.
you see Cassius climbing, but are you going to be attempting to leave?
I will be as well. Yes. I'd wait for you to get to the top, but I kind of like kind of get a firm grip on like a rock, just in case someone tries to pull me down.
What about Cat?
Huh? What do you mean?
Please,
Nah, don't
David.
worry about me.
We're not finding him. I tried looking for Ronin, couldn't find him.
Me and Ronan chilling. We're having tea, playing chess right now. Don't worry about it.
They're actually having a vacation.
Tim.
Yep. I'm like also climbing a bit. No rope. I'm just like rock climbing, bro.
Right.
Free solo.
We'll go to you then, Kat. You're also climbing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we'll go to you then, Kat. Now you're taken to a deeper kind of basin area of the, oh my goodness, of the kind of this
Like
lake.
their layer.
And you can see kind of in the middle of it, Ronin's fighting off these creatures mid-water, you know.
Oh, wow, okay.
But movements are obviously slowed and fighting underwater. Now the creature's dragging you kind of, it's almost like some sort of nest they've created in more the middle of the basin. But Ronin's been stopped halfway through, where it gets a lot deeper. Now, this creature still has a firm grip on you. What would you like to do to try and get out of it as it kind of drags you across?
I'd like to do like a behemoth charge towards Ronan. And catch Ronan and we go towards the nest.
Towards him.
And you can't stop me. I'm unstoppable for some reason.
Can't stop the agent.
I'm gonna roll. That is a 15.
Is that a good one?
I know
you gotta roll
wait,
to
do you have to
attack.
roll to attack?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
right,
Oh, 19.
okay. Oh, nice.
And what's the thing for the pushing? The strength?
Go to your character.
Oh,
sheet.
I think there's a save for being pushed.
It's 14.
You do not push the creature, but I'd say you free yourself, right? You
Oh,
kind of
okay.
free your leg from the maws of it. And what are you doing exactly? I'm just gonna need a recap, please.
like do the charge thing towards Ronin, but I'm not gonna damage him. I'm just gonna grab him like as I'm charging, and then we go towards the nest thing.
Right, so you push through the water, right, doing the beam of charging, and you kind of grab him with your hanging arm, and you start firing towards this nest. Now you can feel him kind of like tap you on the arm, and he kind of turns to you, and he mouths something out that you can't even see, really. He's trying to mouth something for you to listen to, but
I can't hear.
well, obviously you can't hear.
Oh,
And what are you doing?
I stop.
You what?
I stop.
You stop?
I stop to hear what he's saying. Oh wait, can I?
What was that? Wait, seriously?
Fine. I'll go to the nest. Yeah. And then I arrived on the nest, and then surely Ronin speaks, right?
And surely Ronin what?
Speaks. Oh, I'm underwater. Oh, legit. You just said it went deeper.
Deeper underwater.
Oh.
Nah, but the nest could have air somehow.
Yeah, no.
No?
No nest there?
That's
Ah,
messed
shit.
up. Maybe you should went the opposite way.
Yeah, okay then. Ah, shit. What the fuck? I was thinking like there was like this lip where the nest would be. But...
No, you're
like an
dragging
underwater
him.
cave. for
Ah,
example.
no, you're just dragging him deeper into the water.
Fuck, that's fucked, man.
I'll save you.
Then I hit the wall.
Oh.
Ah.
If only you had a Triton here.
I hit the wall and I
Could've
do
done
like a
nothing.
rebound, you know? I do
Ah,
one of those swimming tactics.
right, yeah. You do a rebound and start swimming to the surface, or?
Yeah, swimming back to where we can breathe. Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
don't they have a link?
No, I don't have
No,
one.
he's the only one.
I'm
in
the only one that
Alpha
has
Link.
one.
He's the only one.
Anyways, yeah, I run up
Right.
the mountain. Huh?
I'll go to you, D-Man. Now, Tyson's up. You're about to get up. Tim's about to get up. Now, you watch as kind of Malice runs to this wall. You're also up. Let's just say, or about to get up, and he kind of, in a way, pushes you up over the ledge, and you kind of get a grip on the top of it, and he grabs a rock, digging his hands into the kind of the side of the mountain, pulls himself up and grabs the hook, unhooks it, and then drops back down.
Who's this?
Malice.
Mel?
What a god.
Now you see he kind of twists and runs kind of at the edge of where, the shallow part kind of ends, and he starts swinging this hook and chain and then throws it out into the middle of the water.
He's fishing.
Now you see it above you kind of land down, and
A hook.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I grab it.
and when you grab it, would you give it like an
A
old
little
tug?
tug,
Yeah,
yeah, a
yeah,
little tug.
And you can feel it just start pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. Now what you see is he turns around into the shallow part and starts walking as well, like a double movement as he
Yeah.
pulls the rope and walks towards the wall kind of area.
That speed.
Now, what would you do to... What kind of things would you... Anything?
I probably move away kind of down the line, so when they surface, I kind of help support them because they're probably running out of air down there.
Sorry.
If they're underwater, they're probably running out of air, so I'm just gonna kind of help them carry back.
You would jump back into the water.
I never quite left the water. I've just been holding on, waiting for Tyson to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, I'd say you help them up, right?
Yeah, I've probably got like Ronin on one arm.
Yeah.
Because it's water,
Ronin on one arm.
I can quite easily like carry them along.
Yeah.
With like wrapped around the rope so Malice can kind of pull us. Get like the triple assist.
Triple assist. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Right. And you kind of make it to this wall. And you all begin kind of just climbing up and escaping the water. No one would stay for any reason. You're not going back to the nest, are you, Cat?
No. I didn't expect that to be deep. Or I could tell my information to Cassius, and be like, hey, there was a nest underwater. Are you willing to
You
whisk
want me to solo the entire
Are you willing to whisk your
You
life?
realize I can't speak underwater, right?
You can go glub glub underwater, so...
And you make it to this. Everyone makes it above the sledge. Now, in terms of damages, Cat, there's nothing wrong with you. Maybe there's a bit of multiple bite marks all over Ronin's leg. That's about it. Tyson, you made it out actually quite unscathed. Same as Tim and most everybody else.
You doing all right, Ronin? I say as I'm like,
All he's down to is just a limp now.
yeah.
You know, that pressure on the wound. And you begin trekking until night begins to befall. Now let me switch it. Now, that means you've been on the move for a full day. Because night's befalling you, and obviously that means it's been a day in Setroth as well, in the quartet. So that means time is continuing to move. And obviously this was a mission where time was of utmost importance. So you can see the warrior in Ronin's face.
I'm gonna kind of lean over to like Malice, and I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, Malice. I know you left the quartet shortly after the initial battle at the outpost.
Yep.
But did you happen to catch any wind of when they might come back?"
No idea.
All right. Well, I thought I might as well ask.
Right. Now you watch as he kind of gets up.
I also turned to him and say, yeah. And also, thank you for your help. I don't know what would have happened to them without you.
Now, he turns to Ronin, probably with you in sight as well, and you feel him kind of whack him on the shoulder.
You let yourself get taken.
It's kind of what he says.
His rolls were shit, don't blame him.
And Ronin looks up. He's a bit tired, right? With a sleepy gaze. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm sorry. And she goes and walks some other direction to do his sit down and shut down kind of thing that he does.
I turn back to Ronin and go, we should probably set up camp for the night. You look like you're about to pass out.
Right. So I'd say you all start collecting like the wood and build makeshift fire. Now, would anybody take bedrolls with them or anything like that?
Take what?
Bedrolls.
A bedroll.
Yep. No?
Is there like a body of water nearby?
Yeah, back there.
I'd probably take a crack at building an extra shelter, like logs and leaves on top.
Yep.
Would I roll like a tinkering check for that, or?
Well, it doesn't look amazing, but it's doable.
All right. Yeah, and I'll just to get a little bit of shelter. I don't think it's gonna rain, so it's just like
Yeah.
maybe get some leaves to make like a little bed.
I'm gonna do a couple stretches.
A couple
Then
of
lie
stretches.
down on the grass looking at the stars.
I lie down next to Malice because he'll be my windbreaker.
Fair enough. What was Cassius' play?
And unlike Dylan, I am also going to lie out on the grass under the beautiful starry night, not looking up at leaves. So that's what Cassius is doing.
Yeah, but you know, Brent, he likes the view of, and he likes the industrial view. How would Magnus be attempting to create himself a shelter, a bed, or whatever not? Where would Magnus be sleeping?
Where are we?
On the side of a mountain. Same
Yeah,
place you've
how's
been
there
for-
grass on the
That's
side?
how you leaves.
Yeah, how's there a tree?
There could be trees and grass on a mountain.
I'd say it's more
Yeah,
like a
okay.
plateau-y area.
Yeah, it's
Seen a
a bit of a
mountain?
like plateau. You would pick a, yeah. Let's say you'd pick a like a more plateau area, right?
Oh,
It's
okay.
nicer
Okay.
because yeah,
Must
it's
have been
not,
like an
it's not
80
just
degree
like on the
side.
side of the rocks or something.
Can I have sleep out on the stars with a quick melt, a tiny little campfire melt floor next to me?
Oh yeah, sure. And you all go to sleep. Now, Kayn, maybe we'll go to you. Right.
I'll make myself a little
You get some beautiful, beautiful visions. Right. From your oldest friend. You can see him in all of his, obsidianized glory. Now, okay, I'm just going to do a quick change of the remix here, if I were to say it. What's one that I would use for Prime? I'll just go with I think it's a kind of battle one. Anyways, I'll describe the scene as I pick this out. Maybe not that. Okay. So I'll describe it. You look to be in what you would imagine is some sort of how would I say this? Like a setup. Not a setup camp. You would be around what you'd imagine is the obsidian kind of quarters, except it's like they all have their own kingdoms within it, right? So you're the obsidian portion of it, which is quite militarized, quite looks kingdomish. It is still quite beautiful. Now, obviously, you can't see this fully, but you get what I'm saying. And I think it's this one I used to use. Yep. Right. Now, it looks as though he's just returned. You hear the doors shut. Nobody else is there in this massive manor. And you watch him, his hands kind of shake. Filthy privilege. And he kind of storms forward. Now you're kind of just watching from the outside. As you can see what would be his obsidian kind of throne. Now it looks to be covered and adorned in human skulls, whatnots, trinkets he's stolen from his or theirs. And you see him kind of take a massive kind of whack at one of the arms of it. Now you see him, he's furious. Now you don't know why. But he tells you why. Or he says it. And he says this out, loud. Even though he's alone.
You filthy privilege. Made Malice betray me.
Then he kind of turns around. Almost as though he's searching for something.
Made my brothers look down on me.
And he kind of looks around.
Rip the spines from your body, the flesh from your skin.
And he's bent back, and you can see he's raging. You can see kind of a glow between his armor.
Filthy piglets! Filthy piglets!
And that's when he turns, and he locks eyes with you. And he stops. And he sees you.
Filthy piglet.
And you see he goes to reach and grab at you. And that's when you wake up in what will be the day. A haze, a scream, a sweat. Whatever sort. And it's the morn. It's the beautiful... It's not morn, but you know that very crisp, extremely dawn air. It's the one of those. Very nice, very lush, and you're currently on the grass with, right, Tim and Cassius, all at the same kind of spot. What would you do as you wake up?
I'll go to the closest person and tell them what I saw.
Who would that be? I said Tim or Cassius.
Yeah, it's, I guess Tom.
Tim.
Hey, what's up?
We got a problem. I think Obsidian Prime finally knows I might be looking in on him,
What?
and he was not happy.
What do you mean look? What? Oh, really? That's not good. Have you told
You're the first one I told.
anyone else? We should probably let Brent know then,
Yeah, I
And
guess
the
so.
others?
Right.
So you think he can see what you see?
Not that I know.
I sure hope not.
You tell Brent?
Yeah.
Just as you walk in, you see I'm laying down, but I'm not asleep. I'm just like eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. Oh, Magnus, I didn't see you. What is it?
I saw another vision of him.
And this causes Brent Carter to sit up a little bit. What did you see?
He isn't happy about Malice's betrayal.
Right. Well, I mean, he is, what, General number 4?
And this time I think he actually saw me looking in on him
So,
near the ends.
so what, does that mean you were actually there in the dream?
Maybe? I don't know 100%.
Well, this is probably something we should tell Ronin.
Gotcha.
So you go to the next man?
Yeah.
And say the same thing?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Nah, same thing I said to him. I repeated it the third time.
I see. Have you... Maybe you should tell Cassius something. No, he doesn't say that. That could pose to be a problem. Though he might only see you when you're in that dreamscape mode. Well, that's what we would hope for. Fortunately, nothing he can see here would help him.
Yes.
And that's what he tells you before you begin traveling again.
Just tell. I just like to walk up to Kayn and then remind him of our exact location of everything we were doing last the other day.
No!
Oh God, you can't see it.
This is a test.
It wouldn't be that deep.
My address.
I'm actually like, yeah, once I'm all up and ready, I'm going to come back to you and ask you, in your vision, did you have any plans of attack? Is he moving? Where was he?
In like an obsidian castle.
So he's back in the quartet?
I'd assume so.
Well,
And all he was doing is raging about how Malice has betrayed him to a bunch of lowly piglets.
right. Well, I mean, at least that means he hasn't moved in on Cetroth yet. We still have time.
But by the look of him, I don't know how much we have left.
Well, then we better get a move on.
Yep. And you begin moving now. Additionally, you get one more comment come up to you. You better You best watch yourself. I can feel anger. As he just kind of jaunts past you. It was like a one word drop. That's a just a passing by.
I'm gonna stand a bit more straighter, looking a bit more on guard.
And now, as you're traveling, you hear Ronin say, "It seems that though we could once see the capital, these mountain formations block all direct paths to it. But they must have a way of getting in or out."
I mean, what are the odds that it's like a mountain that's not actually there, and once you pass through it, kind of like shimmers? It's how they used to do it in movies back in the human world.
If it was made of Leos, I could see it. It's not.
Perhaps a hidden passage. Like, push the stone 5 times and boom.
I'm thinking the same, but if it was that mechanism, we'd have no way of getting in.
What about a cave of some kind?
I'm not sure.
Or option 4, we try and climb up and over the peak.
The problem with that is it might cost us more than coming back empty-handed. Is what he says to you. Tyson. Anyways.
Alright, I've heard the legends of the giants, how they might be quite closely tied in with the dwarfs, if I've got that right. Aren't they a massive mining? Dwarves a massive mining group? Could there be an odd of there being a mine shaft beneath us that leads right into the capital?
I have no knowledge of dwarves.
Alright, well.
Is what he'll say to you.
Is there any civilization in sight?
You saw it.
Where?
When you first entered, there was like a large mountain peak you came over that you could see the actual, or what looked to be the capital, right?
Okay. But there's nothing before then?
No, not that you're finding. Now, I would say you, Cassius, you spot what looks to be a kind of a structure hidden between the base of 2 mountains. Some sort of... You're not too sure. It looks to be rubble, like a rock slide has kind of covered it. But it's built between the base of these 2 mountains. It's daunting in size, quite actually. And it's got this rubble covering it, so you can't really see how tall it is. And you don't know if the rock slide was purposely put on top of it, or maybe happened over time, but you can see some sort of structure hidden down.
Is it close enough to detect, like, if I could sense the Leos of an illusion, is it close enough for me to detect that, or is it far off in the distance?
Since the Leos of an illusion? Good grief. No, you're pretty sure it's real.
Pretty sure it's
Real.
real.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll let everyone know and make my merry way down to the rubble.
Right. So everyone's... what are you telling us all?
Anyone else? I managed to spot this first. I, the 50-year-old man with terrible vision and fish eyes, managed to spot the rubble down the ways. Does anyone else see that, or am I finally going crazy?
You're sounding crazy.
That's some rubble, alright.
Yeah, no, I think I have to agree with the old man.
So no objections to going down to the suspicious-looking rubble.
No, I'll come with you.
I would agree. It'd be worth checking out.
Got nothing better to do.
Hey, if in the case we need to move or get rid of the rubble, Tim, don't you have an explosive on you?
Maybe.
And you'll begin making it down there. Now, I'm going to correct myself. It isn't at like the base of 2 mountains, but it'd be like kind of structuring between 2 mountains where it's a flat plateau connecting it, something like that. But it'd be like where 2 of them meet like that, like at the bottom. Anyways. Ooh. As you get closer, the structure's daunting size kind of becomes apparent to you. You can see it. Massive. And it's laid out with these it's nicely carved with what looks to be some sort of Nordic, how do I say it? Patterns, textures, abrased in gold for the, what's it called? The tinting and lining and decor. Additionally, lining out front of it are these kind of crumbled statues that were once framing around the door and going down in a line to a fire brazier. But it was once 2 large wooden doors, now covered by several large rocks.
The doors are still closed, aren't they?
They're actually broken in.
Is there a chance we can climb up through the rubble to get through the doors?
Maybe if you were a fairy. Well, good thing I am. No. But no, it's way too small.
I get my makeshift axe and turn it into a pickaxe thing.
Well, you watch as he starts pickaxing the rocks.
What are you doing?
Mining through.
You think we have all day?
Oh, it's better than doing nothing.
Does the rubble encompass the entirety of the hut and door?
More or less, yep.
So there isn't even a smidge of a gap at the top.
There is. Yep, there is.
That I could just try and attempt to crawl through.
Not that big. There is gaps, but not big enough. Like I said, man, not big
I was
enough
thinking,
for.
several large rocks. And plenty of gaps.
Maybe you could get your arm through it, but nothing else.
Can I start trying to assess the structural integrity of it?
Can I see through it?
Yes, you can.
Can I throw a rock through it?
Yes, you can.
Can I can I room and teleport through it?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
But that's only you know. Unless you're doing a.
I'm not that high a level.
Right. Yep.
I'm gonna look and see if I can
So
just
I'm gonna ask you now: is it actually worth doing it?
Scouts?
No, I mean is it actually worth going through at this point? If it's just you.
Go through, do it.
Nah.
Fuck it. Fuck your ball.
Yes.
It's up to you.
Nah, trust Cassius Clay, I'll do it.
Right. Well, you go through. It's completely pitch dark, except for the light creeping through.
Can I squish a lantern through for him? If I can squish my arm through, I can surely drop my lantern down to him.
Do you have a lantern?
Yeah, I bought one during our CTG
Oh,
shuffle.
yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I'll instant transmission through with them.
Why are we doing this?
Thanks a lot, though.
Why are we doing this?
Take a look around.
Why?
Recon.
Why are we doing this?
Wait, just put the
I
light
have an
through.
explosive.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
why
you
did
instant
say-
transmission through. All right. I'm just gonna. You watch as I would imagine everybody else kind of just steps back, and wait for the explosive idea that you said.
I was gonna do this maybe a while ago.
Someone
No,
cut
if
me
I know
off.
he's gonna do the explosive thing, I wouldn't have gone through.
I have enough rooms.
Plus, he said maybe.
It's all about
But
thinking
now I have a lantern.
smarter, not harder, guys.
I'm using a
Walk my
pickaxe.
way up,
The force from the explosion
stuff it in.
extinguishes the
Yep.
lantern.
Yep.
Oh.
Stand back, guys. This could be dangerous. Hey. Darian. Stand back. And I just... Wait. Not... No.
Oh, it's not me. He's not talking about me. Thank God. It's me, mate.
Everyone. Stand back.
Right.
Damn, this thing sucks. Oh, shit.
And you do the dive. Nah, but anyways, it goes off. The rocks kind of
Humble.
explode, crumble. You can see them roll down. You can feel the heat, but it's not crazy. And the door is now cleared and open, leading within.
What would you do without me?
I might also just because you said it's still dark in here.
Yep.
I'm gonna imbue my weapon with fire to try and create some light.
Yep.
As I'm going to roll for that.
Now, there is a lantern on.
Yeah, I know, but more light. More light's always better.
Then a lantern?
Fair enough. Yep.
I guess the party gets split. That is a impure. So
Right. Well, 10 feet in front of you is what looks to be the lip. Sorry.
15 feet in a column.
did you get a
30 feet
hooded
reflecting.
one or just?
I just got a lantern.
Anyways,
No, but he's explaining something else.
10 feet in front of you is a lip that leads to what looks to be a 10-foot drop, or 15 feet. Sorry, in front of you is what leads to like what looks to be a 10-foot drop into just metal spikes covering the ground. Now you hear a bark up from the back. These, and he runs his finger across, were traps made for humans for when they were invading this territory.
When did you become an expert on human history?
I'm not. That old goon told me of it.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Most were triggered or destroyed.
So there's one or two left.
Most, not all.
Proceed with caution. And you watch as he walks and jumps into the spike pit.
I'm just gonna.
Good
let
idea.
you know.
Can I like piggyback on him?
Not multiple people could, but you probably could.
Can I piggyback on him? Piggyback?
How big is this?
It's a 10-foot wide gap, so it's not
Alright,
hard to jump.
I'll just jump in.
Yep. And now people either piggyback or jump across, and you all do easily find jumping
I'll
across.
side flip over it.
Side flip. I do a back.
No. Free fall.
And it leads to this. It's about a 15 long, and then about 20 feet. Sorry. It's about 15 wide, I'd say. 20 foot long, maybe 25, somewhere around that area. Of just what looks to be clear nothing. That leads to a ledge, kind of, or a pair of stairs in a way, of what broken kind of wooden stairs. Then additionally on top of you was these kind of, how do I say it? Like wooden, like rotted wood and hay kind of holding, this bracket. And additionally on top of this area where you just jumped to, you can see it's lined with these spikes on top of you. And as you get about halfway through, maybe 10 feet in, you can hear it kind of and begin lowering.
Two?
Quick, run to the
Yeah,
stairs.
just run to the stairs.
I'm running? Wait.
Running, sliding.
What is happening?
Yeah, we're just running now, guys. Let's go.
We're just running. What's happening?
Or should I
Sorry,
wait?
I'm just gonna slightly switch it over to this.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about
One
that.
hell of a switch up.
One hell of a switch up. No, I don't want. And you watch this Obsidian Prime. But no, it begins lowering. Now I'm gonna correct myself. It's not like a pair of stairs. It's like a ledge. If that makes sense. That
So you have to-
needs to be climbed up. Because it's not like a pair of stairs, or else it's not a very good trap, is it? It's like a ledge that the spikes cover. In a way, quickly. So it's not like.
Oh, there's no way.
It's not like a pair of stairs, so you can easily escape the trap. If that makes any sense. I'm sorry. I'm gonna correct myself. It wasn't a pair of
I'm
stairs.
still running.
To the other side.
Yeah. But as soon as I get within 20 feet, I'm instant transmission.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Is there an option to like roll back to like outside the trap, the other the way we came in?
Yep.
I shall
I-
be joining Timothy Burns.
Switch off.
Right. So I'll just go with that. So you watch as it starts coming down, and spikes are almost like at the top of your heads, since it was not that high up. And you kind of, you're running, and you slightly start almost ducking in a run, before you see. Oh no, it'd be a bit higher than that actually. It's not to the top of your heads, but you're running, and then you kind of see the lip kind of barely just about to leave, and you instant transmission through it. Same as you.
I actually instant transmission earlier. I have 30 feet.
That was close.
Ah.
Well, I don't know what range it is.
But yeah, no, you both instant transmission to that ledge. Now what's the rest of the team doing?
Is there like a gap between the roof and the spike trap? Like,
Or is it just like solid rock
Solid rock.
as it extends down?
Yep.
See, I'm debating whether it's like a cooldown.
Oh no, yes. There's a gap. Yep.
Oh, there's a gap.
Yep.
But
Oh,
if you
okay.
get stuck in there while it's coming up,
Yeah.
I mean, still, we're on top of it, so as it starts coming up, we can boost us up to the ledge first, and then.
Sure, it could be like one of those, you know the...
Because if I've got this right, we were underneath the
room?
platform before. As
Yep.
it came down, there's now like
The
I'm
horror.
guessing like pipes that pushed it down and up.
More
So-
like these massive chains.
So yeah, we just
Yep.
walk across the platform,
I know,
and if it starts to go up, we jump off at the other end. And yeah, obviously we run through because yeah, we're on the other top side of the spikes now.
Yep.
sounds like a plan.
I mean, it could be like the table, like the horror movie table thing, where the food comes down on like
Oh
this
my
table.
The
God.
platform.
So,
Yeah, our platform.
so you're running down,
Yeah.
and then but all three of you kind of
And it
in a way
kind of, like-
run, and then it starts lowering, and you're just kind of I don't know. Let's say for dramatic effect, it starts lowering to the point where it's almost about to get you, and you watch just I don't know. Someone like Malice grabs it, holds it for that brief second, you know that Indiana Jones level, and you all kind of run, do the jumps out, and then he kind of pushes it and it lands down.
God damn.
Now you can see on top of it. Now also you can see on top of it, and it is you can see the exit. It's about what would I say, 30 feet high. The exit leading to the other side. So this would be the exit leading to in front of you. It's about 30 feet high into the air, on another ledge just carved out, and it's about 5 feet wide. It's a bit like a crawl space exit out of it.
Is this a new area after that?
This is like when you're on top of the spikes that came down on you, the
So
initial ones.
They got up 30 feet to the ledge.
Sorry.
So is this crawl space like right at the top?
Yep.
Ah, right.
And
And-
I would say you're all standing on top of the spikes that were coming down on you.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna try and make it to where.
They're both on top of the spikes as well. It's all
Ah.
the same kind of platform area.
Yeah.
Zero transmission up there. Good. No, but you can't like see. I would say you can't like see enough of it. If that makes sense. Like you can't see where you're transmitting to. It's just like cut off. But it's only 30 feet in the air.
Just throw a hook and rope up.
Can I?
Well, you said it was held down by chains, right? Can we see where those chains go? Like a.
Yes, you may. They seem to lead into some sort of cubby hidden around the wooden platform from where you came in.
And it doesn't happen to go around a pulley before going into the cubbies, do they?
They do.
So could I
Oh,
grab
it's hidden
them?
away though.
Pardon?
It's hidden away.
Because I would have grabbed the pulley and like start pulling the chains up.
Oh,
You can.
really?
Yeah, no, so that's what I'd do.
Got some muscles on muscles.
Well, no, there's four. I'm assuming there's four chains, one in each corner.
I know they're all connected to this one like almost massive central kind of pulley.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just gonna get everyone else to help. Maybe Malice.
The only thing is, it's tucked away on the wooden kind of platform that was on top of the door. Now this doesn't move.
Wooden platform.
Yep.
Is that wood connected to anything else?
The cubby that you're trying to get to.
But like the platform, like the platform we're made out of is that we're standing on, the spike platform. What is that made out of?
Stone.
So could I just use the fire imbued sword to set fire to the wooden thing so we can access it?
I think you just destroy it.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
I thought you break past the wood panel to actually access the chains.
Okay, no, I'm gonna have to re-describe this.
Yeah.
It's all one level plane. So I'll. Okay. So this is the door. We'll start with the door.
Yeah.
15 feet in front of that is the wooden platform that lines the roof to the second floor, or on top of the
Ah,
chains.
Yep.
Now, past the gap that you jumped over, with the massive spikes, that's when the spikes, the moving spikes, that's where they start.
Right. Yeah.
Now, behind, obviously, because that's how you escaped it. Now, behind that is just a wooden platform that just is for walking on. Now, this leads into a tuck into the pulley system, right?
Yeah.
We have that down. But if you start moving the pulley system upwards, right, you're
Yeah.
stuck down there, but the platform with the spikes moves up.
Oh, so we can't pull it while on the spikes.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But would you still go to the pulley system?
I'm gonna just sit and wait. Maybe get a guy who can teleport down there, who can quickly teleport up to us.
If only we had one guy.
Yep.
Right. Anyways.
Anyways.
Can we just wait for the thing to go off by itself, or do we have to use an instant transfer?
Yeah, can I just hook and rope up there?
Does this ever
I don't
come
think there's
back up?
anything to hook it onto.
What's the walls like?
As they move up.
The spikes are below us.
Wait, I thought they were up, tracking down.
You could hook and chain it, but that is so incredibly hard to do.
I mean, we have no.
What's the walls? made of?
Stone. Like carved out of the mountain themselves.
Can I
Like
rock
using my
climb?
pistol, start shooting at the thing, and carve out a spot for me to throw it over the track.
That's not how pistol.
I know. Theorize.
Let me just whip up my grappling hook.
Can I just start rock climbing? Because I'm a B-15
my
climber.
Can I just rooms throw a rock and shambles to the other side area?
Can you see it?
Can I?
No.
Oh fuck.
Can he lob a rock in it though?
He can.
Wait, but you have to. Does he have to see the rock? Okay.
How
He
smooth?
throws the rock where it's just hanging off the lip of the...
Yeah, how
Don't use a
smooth
rock,
are the
use something
walls?
else.
They're carved.
Does anyone have a javelin
Okay.
that I can quickly go?
No, 'cause
"Oh!"
if it's on the edge, then that means
It's
you'll
not
be
like
on the
mountain
edge.
terrain. They're like carved, nice, chiseled
Nice
stone.
and smooth.
Yep.
Hey,
Except they have
never say never.
only the side walls have like runic
So
carvings
what,
on the
like
bottoms
a
and trimmings.
V15? No.
Because
V15.
yeah, I was just wondering if we could rough it up, we could like climb up the wall slightly.
That's
Rough
what
it
the
up.
pistol was for.
Dude, that's not gonna.
Our pistol will make little holes, but
No.
I have nothing to rough it up with.
Have you
Or
shot
maybe
a
if you
rock
just
with-
whipped out your rocket launcher or your minigun and then you could rough it up
I might
because
just
that
tinker with
is
my pistol.
quite the ask, D-man.
And make a grab.
You're right. Can I get my rocket launcher and shoot it?
Why didn't I think of that earlier?
Can I just throw
Can I go
Malice?
shopping really quick?
Can I? Wait, so is there something sticking out, like a ledge that sticks out?
No, it doesn't stick out. It's how do I explain it? It's like a flat wall and then it just ends and you can see a gap
It's like a
just
ledge.
from the
It's
light.
just a 90
Yep.
degree angle.
Yep.
Nothing else on it.
But there's. So yeah, hook and rope.
You know those video game yellow paints? It has some of that on it. So okay,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know like
pickaxe up so they can cut a hole for us.
I know exactly what you're talking
video
about.
game yellow
Yeah.
paints. It's got some of those on there.
Where's our portal gun?
You actually left that back at
Ah.
Citron. Yep.
Shucks.
Wait, but yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, I
Cat,
can just
throw
use
your
my pickaxe.
pickaxe up so I can carve an indent for us to throw the hook up and catch onto.
Sorry?
So I throw my pickaxe up.
30 feet.
And
He's
then-
a strong guy.
No,
He'll do
don't
that.
throw your pickaxe. Do it like you're ice climbing, but you're super strong, so you just ice climb through.
Was
through
that
a
one
That was
rock.
like a hammer on the
One
wall.
rock.
One pickaxe.
Yeah, that is an atrocious idea if I've ever heard one. Sorry, you're gonna throw the pickaxe up?
No, I'm
Yeah, throw
gonna
it towards
do
them.
the one.
We're at the same level.
Can I?
Oh, what? I think that's instant transmission up.
We're at the same level, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Can
no, that's
I,
how we got
uh,
out of the trap. We just
Can
looked back
I
and stood on top.
room
Oh, right.
throw a rock and then shambles Malice up there? Like so.
You can't see it.
Yeah,
Let's
but
get
I
Malice
throw
to-
it so where it's visible, and then
Still
Malice,
can't
and
see
then Malice will grab it.
Yeah, no, he's saying
Grab
throw it
the
straight
lid.
up, not to the crawl space, but just
I
in
know,
like
and
midair.
get mouse to midair, right? Yeah.
And then Malice does his thing.
And what's Mo's gonna do?
He wants him to mouse to grab onto the edge of it,
Oh.
and then mouse either grabs a.
Can we get Malice to throw one of us up and help him chain down?
Is that what you like? Yes.
After this plan, if this plan works, I won't say anything. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna go investigate the pulley chain system.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
Malice,
well, I'll
yeah.
do the pulley system thing first, just before. You find a kind of a dagger covered in kind of these beautiful runes.
Is the dagger like wedged into anything?
It looks like it was once wedged into the side of the chains to hold them in place. Additionally, something else you notice with the dagger is that when kind of kept in an area and you pass slight amounts of Leos into it, it can cause the area around it to freeze. I was also send this to you, but you pick up a +1 dagger.
Yeah.
And then, Kayn, we can do your idea.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh,
So, room, throw a rock, and then shambles Malice and the rock. So hopefully Malice can grab the ledge.
Hold on, can you give me a second? I'm just gonna send this to you.
What are you sending it on?
Discord. But yeah, it's like this beautifully engraved runic dagger. Right, so Kayn,
Yeah.
I just sent that to Kayn.
Oh yeah, baby.
He's just on my mind. Anyways, what was I saying? So, you create this kind of area to
Yeah.
dwell, and you throw a pebble up mid-air.
Yeah.
You quickly switch it out with Malice.
Yeah.
Now, you obviously tell him this plan, I'm assuming, even though
Yeah.
I never heard it.
Yeah.
And he grabs the ledge and just holds on.
Yeah.
Right, what's the move from there?
Just get him to throw one of us up and then throw a rope down.
What's the move from there, sorry?
How strong is he?
As strong as you would imagine Malice to be, so...
Can he hold the rope and then we just go?
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
Okay, well, we throw the hook and rope up to...
And then he just holds it.
And he just grabs the chain of place and
crazy.
just start climbing
Yeah.
up. Yep. So he just watches. You hand him or someone you throw up to him the hook. He holds it and just holds it in place. As you
Yup.
climb up and
Effortlessly.
squeeze through this little gap. You got it, Demon?
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Not could have gotten it.
And you come to a view, or you're welcomed by my mistake, sorry about that. You're welcomed by a ledge, right? Ledge with these lush trees. It's foggy, yet it's a beautiful view of the inners of Jotunheim. And I will describe this.
When Taylor gets back. Or after our break.
After our break. Alright, well, we'll be back after a classic CTG break. Hey there, I'm Curtis, and after a perilous journey, we finally come to the land of the giants. Well, we were already in it, so more like the main house of the giants. Nonetheless, it has been a giant wait. Huh. And we are back. Ooh, beautiful. Right. Now, from afar, you're looking at the village, the capital. Now, I'll say this out of game. Its actual name is called Jotunn. Jotunn, yeah. Like, you could just spell it. I don't know how you would want to. Like, you're under or you're under. But I'll just say it from that. And it sits atop this mountain. Or the main part of it sits atop this mountain. This is a breathtaking sight. And it has a kind of towering, what looks to be ancient tree sitting atop this massive mountain, rising above all. Its shimmering leaves kind of catch light as it falls, glowing with a kind of golden radiance. Additionally, you notice a river flows from its roots, sparkling with liquid. What is it? Like silver, I would say, but like not that heavy grey. It's like clear, in a way clear silver. No, like clear silver. And it kind of cascades down the mountain into a waterfall, but also runs down into what looks to be the village, and it's kind of what surrounds the village. But it runs down immediately from the back of the mountain where the tree's really placed at the top. It runs down in a waterfall, cascading with like that beautiful, rainbow glow as it catches the light, and sends kind of this mist around the village. It's truly something beautiful. And surrounding the tree at the top of the hill, on top of the mountain, appears to be kind of a main hall of sorts of stone. It's quite detailed out. Just from seeing it from this far, you can see it's quite detailed, beautiful, carved stone. And you'd imagine that's where the king or whoever rules this area is. Additionally, you can see around that are these. It's obviously it sits perked on its own, but coming off of it is what looks to be these lush, beautiful wooden homes built on large, planar like terraces. Like, have you ever seen where it's like a flat surface and then it kind of goes down in like a step, like terraces? And there's these large terraces with this lush green grass on it, some containing water caught from the flowing river, others just with farms, houses. But it's this village that goes, it's massive, that kind of goes in a circle, coming down from the terraces around. Quite farmland in nature, but when it gets closer to the heart of the mountain, more or less, or the peak of the mountain, it gets to that more, stone carved, army look. But there's these wooden houses, long houses, with the standard straw roofs and all the same. Yeah, terraces like those, yeah. And framed by like the rugged peaks of the mountain, and it's truly something to see. It's a vision of like peace, harmony, almost a haven hidden away in the mountains. Yep.
Well, this certainly looks like paradise compared to the hustle and bustle of Cetroth.
True. It's too green.
What's wrong with green?
Nothing. And he kind of looks with a little bit of disdain. It's his attempt at compassion, to not argue with you about why green is a bad color. But you can tell he thinks strongly about this.
I'm gonna back off and not prompt him for it.
No, don't talk about the green. But Ronin mutters something under his breath that you don't catch, nobody catches it. And then he turns and begins saying, "Shall we move? I would imagine we've found what we're looking for."
Yeah. And when we meet with them, I say we try and ask for how they get in and out, since I don't assume they use these trap entrances.
I question if they even have entrances.
Well, I mean, there are villages outside the capital. They've got to have a way to communicate, send resources.
It's strange, don't you think?
What's
How many villages did we see?
We only passed by one.
The entire day we were traveling.
Yeah, but it seems like we didn't take any of the... They must have routes. I mean, I'm going to place a bet that it's underground.
Really?
Well, what's harder than going... what's easier than going over a mountain is through it. We used to have more of the time back in the human world tunnels that would carve through mountains purely for transportation.
I see. And he begins walking, shimmeling down to go across. Now, as you start moving towards this, I won't narrate each step, but as you begin moving towards the main terraces and the main village, you do notice, now I don't know if you would hide or not, but as you're coming up across it, you notice these rather large, maybe 8 foot, pretty massive, armored, what looks to me like sentinels in this heavy, thick kind of steel armor. And they look, and that weaponized up to the 9. It's, you would say maybe there's a good chance, that excluding Malice and probably Ronin, one of these kind of soldier, guard, sentinel, whatever, would probably be able to take out your entire party. Oops, sorry.
I'm trying to keep a little bit more of a low profile.
You want to make yourself announced?
I'll keep myself more hidden away.
I'd announce myself.
I can
Would
do
you?
that.
That kind of surrounding the outskirts, kind of defending the outskirts.
Yeah. What if we get found after we both in, intruders? Attack them all.
I think the way D-Man's thinking about it is he'd rather talk to somebody other than these guys when he first announces his coming. Like he's like, "Hey there," to some friendly village folk rather than armed guards, is what I imagine is the reason.
I'd rather...
Not just because he's lingering away and trying to do some creepy stuff.
I'd rather do my negotiations in a public square than in a jail cell.
Yeah. But would you still go? Do you remember, it does not matter anymore. He is no longer your general. So whatever he says does not go.
Enticing me to do it at this point. So yeah, might as well.
I'm
I'll follow him.
enticening you.
Anyways,
Anyways, you would go with him,
Yes, I'll
Some-
follow him.
Darren?
I follow Ronin.
Well, Ronin does also kind of stay back. He's
I
quite
follow
cautious with
Ronin.
it. and he kind of grabs Malice's whatever.
Can I drag Malice with her?
Anyways, you, Cassius, Magnus, you walk to these guards. They look down upon you. Now, what do you say as you first, meet? You first see them.
Just look at them. Like, good afternoon. What's the time?
It's like morning.
Good morning. See if they say anything.
You see one kind of tuck his arm. Look what we found on our first patrol. That's what he says, kind of whispering, making sure you don't hear. And the other one kind of turns over.
We're gonna die.
While this is happening, I'm gonna like duck away a little bit more and just watch from.
You two lost? Is what he kind of turns down and looks at the both of
In
you.
fact, we are lost, aren't we? You precisely are. Yes, of course we're lost. Where exactly are we? Could you perhaps give us a name where we are?
You're under.
Is there perhaps some kind of visiting policy that would allow us in or not?
Unfortunately not.
This place isn't supposed to be secret, is it?
Then he places his large hand on your shoulder.
Oh, I'm dead.
No shit.
We'll take you home.
Oh, sweet.
Can I roll for judgment?
Yes, you may.
Okay. I have a sneaking feeling that he's not telling us the truth. I think that's a 14? No, 13.
What you get from this is he's planning on just, taking you back to where you came from.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sweet.
Important.
That's
Deport-
from line, yeah.
Deported.
Deported! May I ask him why? Is there a reason why we cannot enter?
I'm just gonna put it out in the wind. You did say you were lost, so he's just trying to help you get back home.
Well, say I'm starving at the moment, out of supplies.
Is that what you're saying?
We could use a place to rest. So we could
Just
use
say,
some
just
rest.
say you're a traveler and
Yeah.
you're lost.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
we-
a wandering trader. I do have items on me to trade. So.
Don't worry. You won't have to be awake for the process.
No.
You gonna stuff food down his throat?
What?
I thought he said he's starving.
Oh yeah, but he's more or less just saying. Nah, but that's what he does.
I suppose we've got no other choice then, do we, Kayn? Unless you and me want to take him right now. Take your whole squadron right now.
Hey, how many people are there again?
2. There's only 2.
Just
Oh,
two.
two.
Oh.
Yeah, but you see, one of them wiped out our empire.
Well, I mean, if we try our luck.
Oh gosh.
But alright, I'm gonna interject here. What's stopping them from just like shooting a flare into the sky and calling for reinforcements?
Why would they have fleas?
Or
we only
ringing a
came
bell,
from
calling for reinforcements, or something.
Well, these guys seem.
I'll tell you right
overconfident.
now, they each carry these kind of like horns.
Nah, yeah.
So blowing a horn
Yeah,
and calling
so
for
that-
reinforcements.
Can I leave and return with the disguise kit?
Use your
What race
pistol.
are these guys?
What do you mean leave? Just be like, oh, yep, you know what? I just remembered how to get home. Silly me. All right, let's go, Magnus. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. In that case, I can escort myself now.
Oh, it's clear I made a wrong turn. Instant transmission.
Oh, sorry, what did you say to him?
Well, in that case, if I can't go, I'll just return on my own. Go back to where I came. Yeah, I have a loss, but I can still retrace my steps.
Then you're not lost.
No, I'm trying
Ask
to go
for a
somewhere. I'm
map.
on my way.
I want a map.
Don't we have a map?
Do we have a map?
No.
Then ask for a map.
Well, he's already planning to knock me out and throw me out, so.
You know our secrets too much.
Could you perhaps offer us a map to help us on our journey back?
No.
And he still has his hand on your shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
You won't need it.
Oh my god. This guy.
Should we just?
So what you take from this is he's about to knock you out and chuck you out like you're a bag of luggage.
Oh, well.
Deport you back.
Well, he's gonna see me come back anyway. So.
Sorry?
We're gonna get him one way or another. You're gonna see us wandering around. Just
This guy.
Not this guy. How do you suck out the gate?
Not you.
oh, yeah.
You're not coming back.
Huh?
You'd have to go through a day's worth of travel again to get back.
They're not taking us all the way back there, are they?
No, he's only taking you.
Wait,
You and
taking
Kayn.
me.
They're taking you and Kayn back.
Wait, Kayn, did you reveal yourself as well?
Yes.
Oh.
I see. Well, in that case, I would like to instant transition.
To where? No, he does like a he turns over to the rocks. Guys, they found us. Guys, they found us. Come on out. Come on out.
I don't do that.
Oh man.
Okay.
Should we just say that we had talked to that leader? Or is that gonna get us into more deep shit?
Okay. I mean, worth a try, I guess.
Give him a light
Say,
So-
okay. Say,
Yeah, so you just keep on
Say
lying.
we've
to
lied
him.
to them. It's top secret, right? It's straight from Citroth. We're an allied envoy here to speak with your leaders.
Yeah.
That's how we
Ally.
found you. Your location has been known to us for a while. As we've been notified by your leaders. That's why we've come here. We wanted to keep it on the down low. Something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
Go, Kayn, breach. Breach to the gods.
You look like some trusted. Okay, I'm gonna talk. You look like some trusted guards. So, I guess my friend here, we're actually envoys of the humans. Come to talk to your leaders. We kind of need to keep it on the down low because, yeah, that was strict orders. But it looks like we're getting nowhere with other means. So I'm here to come clean. Oh no.
Puts his hand on your shoulder. It's okay. I'll get you home. You are.
I'm not asking for home.
Confused. You are confused as well.
Well, at least you're not killing us. So that's a good start.
We're going to be thrown out like body bags soon.
Now you watch as he reaches into the side, and he reaches at his side, and he puts his bag up to your nose, and you start losing consciousness.
Oh my god. Hey. Does it sound like?
You're not sure what's in the bag. It's glowing some sort of powder,
Tyson just
but he
running.
kind of opens it up, and he kind of opens it up, and you instinctively back away, and then kind of. But you one thing you do notice when it gets near you, your body instinctively just goes with a massive breathe in, and you don't know why it does this. Like you're like turning away, but you just instinctively for some reason just it up. Yes. D-Man goes running out. Give me the lad.
Ronin, what are we doing here?
What race are these guys?
Giants.
Oh, giants. I see. I thought they were dwarfs.
And what's in that bag?
I can't. Sorry about that. I don't know what's over there. I can't really catch what they're saying. I'm not too sure if they've said something wrong. Since, by the way, you can't actually hear them. You're not close enough to hear what they're saying.
Do I see?
So you just watch him drug up Kayn, and then he just.
I mean, that looks bad, does it not?
Yeah, it does. But how do we not know they didn't say something along the lines of "We're here to see your leader" and something like that?
Yeah, I know. Well, you probably should help them.
How?
May I ask how you imagine we're going to be doing that?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Tyson, you're also getting drugged soon, though.
Tyson, you watch as he kind of the same bag that got Kayn. He kind of turns to you.
Is there a minimum height to be a giant? Like 6, 7, 7'1", 8 foot,
It's a
12
race.
foot?
It's a race, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
but-
completely separate race.
Well, when they're babies, well, how
distinctive.
tall?
No, they're quite close to looking like humans.
Right, so how do I know we're not giants? I mean,
Oh, the
Cassius-
mini
Cassius
giants.
is a lot-
'Cause
a lot
he
of
asked you
giants
if
are
you're-
6 foot tall.
If you're lost,
Yeah,
and then you said we're from the human.
I was born at Citroth.
We're
I'm
from the
giant,
human
born in
race.
Citroth.
We're from the human race.
You could have said, yeah, my home's actually just down the street, man. My home's down the street that way. I'm just trying to get home. You could have said that, with the mouth.
Well, we didn't run any giants on the way here, aside from those guys in that village.
Are they that dumb though?
Yeah, you're not sure if you
They
could have just
probably
pulled the wool over their eyes.
check.
Because the guys down there knew we were humans the moment we walked in, no?
Well, you don't know if that's just a tightly knit village, as well.
Do you remember any of the names of the guys from the village?
Oh, my friends!
No, you do not.
My friend Edgar.
But yeah, he starts pulling the
Sven.
dust up to your nose, Tyson.
I guess I have to with that.
What's in there?
Take a little peek.
Ooh, that looks nice.
And you watch as they both kind of, one of them grabs Kayn and throws him over his shoulder. The other grabs Tyson, throws him over his shoulder, and they just begin walking down merrily.
We made a distraction go.
I imagine as I see them that like sniffing in whatever substance this is, like my hand, like I start to kind of shiver, and like my hand starts to like you know like the grabbing thing, like when you're suffering from like a withdrawal.
Yeah.
Me, not them.
Think it's sound out in there, though?
Well, no, but it's like it triggers something. from it.
What I imagine, he doesn't actually say this, but
Brent, why are you looking at me like that? Why are you licking your lips? Brent?
Why are you breathing so heavy?
No, but it's just like a withdrawal wave.
like your hand almost like just automatically. Yeah.
It takes a second for you to calm back down as I'm gonna wait for something else to happen.
And he notices you continue kind of shimmering out the village. Now Ronin turns to you. I wonder if there's some sort of way that we can retrieve them if we make proper conversation with someone of higher power.
Well, we'd have to be pretty quick about that.
Now, as you're kind of walking down, you're trying to make it into the village.
Yeah.
You see what looks to be the same kind of, person, right? The same kind of armored. Now, obviously he doesn't have the helmet on. You imagine you've seen some of them with these massive helmets, but he's in this more golden kind of armor a bit. Or it's a bit like that, that bronze. It's not like gleaming in the sun, but it's like a bit more golden with runic carvings. But one thing that you do catch is in the middle of the chest of it as the symbol of Galahad. Now they also wear these white kind of tarps that come over their body, or white kind of cloth that come over them like robes, in a way.
Ronin, do you see that? Look at the crest.
I do.
Galahad's a human god.
Now, the one that you're looking at has this cape that kind of, at the pauldron here, it comes across and covers his entire of his left arm with this massive kind of blade. Like akin to a blade of Galahad looking interpretation. And he's gilded up to the nine.
Have they had contact with the humans any time in the last 400 years?
No, I don't think they have.
Do you reckon that could be a starting off point? They know Galahad, we believe in Galahad's mutual religious affiliation.
Now as you're saying this, you hear a
Human! Speak to us now!
from behind you as he stands up from over under the cover and reveals himself.
The giant.
No,
Mouse.
Wait, what? Why?
you're not sure why.
Malice. Malice, what are you doing?
And you hear him go, what are you, creature? As he kind of grabs his blade, and you hear,
This is enough bickering and hiding. I am a speaker of the humans.
What?
that's what he says.
I like put my hands on my head going, Malice, no!
Are you
What are you
Malice?
doing?
And he follows up with,
We are here for an alliance.
Oh, Ronan, we might as well get up and say something. Hiding down here is...
no. I don't
Let
think-
him cook.
Yeah, let him cook.
What if he
Kind of.
attacks?
He's attacking Malice.
and Malice will destroy them.
Malice will not be destroyed. They can't dust him either, I don't think.
I don't know, things could get messy fast.
They can. But put your trust in him.
Alright.
And that's when you hear him go,
If you do not make this alliance, we'll kill you where you stand.
Still,
Cook, they said. Let him cook.
I lean back in. Still trust him.
my faith is falling quickly.
Me and you can't do much.
I'm faltering.
And he walks forward and he says, "Now, what do you think you're talking about here, Crystal Man?" And here, I'm not gonna do you hearing stuff, but
We are here for peace. I am here for peace for the humans. That is what we are after. I have been hiding in your farms and sheep, so your friends do not see me. That symbol you bear on your chest is Golem.
what the hell are you talking about, Golem?
Our god.
You mean Galahad?
Same thing.
All right, well, big man, I think you've made a mistake here. I think you're maybe you wandered into the wrong place.
No. Humans. Us humans.
And he almost does a very obvious turnaround and wink, and turns back.
Us humans are being destroyed by strong soldiers. For beyond our power, we require your assistance to hold back and kill them where they stand. We need more soldiers. Help us, and you will be rewarded greatly.
And he turns back, like are they going to be rewarded greatly? And turns forward.
Okay, I take back what I said.
He kind of turns. I see. Can you? And now he made it really obvious that you're there hiding. He said, "Can you maybe get your friends to maybe come out and let's have a little bit of a conversation."
Friends, come on!
Okay, I'll be the first to step out.
I'll remain hiding.
None of my clothes have anything to do with Galahad on them, do they?
No.
Yeah.
I'll sort of pop up behind him. Hi.
Yeah. So you and Ronin.
Hey there.
I'm assuming that's more what I imagined when I thought about a human. I imagine your big rocket friend here. Is your speaker?
He's more
Leader.
Son of a bitch.
Damn right.
listen. Forgive our sneaking around. We were we weren't sure how friendly he would be.
You damn near got dusted.
What's in the dust?
Well, it's made from the carvings that are hit by the river. It's portions of mineral. When it hits your nose, well, makes you go to sleep real fast.
Right. Well, that's very interesting. And
Damn right it is.
can I ask you something?
No, you can't put your nose near the bed.
No, it's about your Galahad symbol.
What of it?
How do you know of Galahad? I thought that was strictly a human god.
Well, nice to meet you. I am a human. If that'll fix your worries.
Is he a human?
He looks like a human, yeah.
But 8 foot.
In the armor he is, yeah. No, he's more like 7 foot in the armor. He's not as big as the rest.
Oh, he's not a giant.
No.
Oh.
Oh, that really would help.
Yeah, to change it, I'm gonna quickly change up what I'm saying here, because all right, you're human.
Yep, name's Wyatt Walker.
What are you doing out here in
Excuse me? After the big whatever that was, we landed out here in Giant Town. Well, let's just say, they weren't friendly at first, but a little bit of communication and blessing from our leader, really. They took us under their wing. Well, more Lionel did, and from that point on, we trained as these Jotunn, as they call them. And, that's how we got here. I'm, one of the, you can call us like your leader here I'm one of the leaders of, the Sons of Galahad.
Well, the damned humans have been in contact with the giants.
I've been trained to be a Jotun for 2 years. Training as a soldier for the last 10.
Well, we do come as a. Actually, I don't know if I'll say this. Well, is there somewhere where we could have a proper conversation?
There's a tavern down the road.
I'm gonna give Ronin a little look-see, and
Yes, we would like to enter this tavern. I must ask, if our friends were to have been dusted, where would they be taken? If they were dusted? Probably at the nearest carriage ride out of here. I'm sorry to ask of this, but 2 of our allies may have had a mishap at the front gates. Would you mind retrieving them? That can be arranged. And you see he picks up like a single stone, says something, and sorry, what were you using?
Did he just say carriage ride out of here?
Yeah.
Tell him you could have taken a carriage here?
You're not sure? You're not there to ask.
No,
You're on the carriage. No. But, and he takes you to a tavern. Now, you two are obviously commissioned, let's say, a while afterwards. Let's say, so I'm not having to do this mid-conversation. Well, while you're in the tavern, you see, like, 2 unconscious, tied up allies, Cassius and Magnus, are pulled through the door and, like, sat on, like, I won't say that, but sat on a bench. Not at, like, the counter at the bar. They're just sitting on a random table, leaning against the walls.
I'm going to lean back. I'm actually going to lean to Tim this time. What did they say?
You think I heard it?
Yeah, but to leave them tied up like that, it's kind of amusing.
Anyways, you watch as he takes a seat at the. Oh, he sits at a table in like a corner, like a booth almost, right? And the rest of you also sit around. Maybe some people have to grab chairs, because Malice is huge. But some people have to grab chairs and put them, around. Well, Malice actually isn't that big. He's around the same size as the giants. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he is. He's like, no, he's smaller than some of the giants. He's like 7 foot something. Anyways, right, they pull up the chairs and put them around. And you begin your proper conversation. Now, let me just get this whole thing straight. You're telling me that there's a war out there with us humans?
A war would be a understatement. But yes, we're currently fighting a war on 3 fronts.
Right. So you got the quartet, the demon continent, and the orc.
Yep, that's correct.
Lands of some kind. Right. Okay. And they're attacking you from all 3 sides.
Yeah.
Well, I'm no mathematician myself, but how in Galahad's name are we not losing?
Whoa.
We are losing badly.
And he slaps his hand on the table.
is we're losing on one front.
We're not specifically losing now. It's just a new threat has come of these almost rock selenite-like soldiers attacking from the quartet. And Wyatt instinctively looks at Malice and looks back at Ronin. Yes, and they have arrived with a power we did not foresee. So we're begging for assistance, aid of any sort or kind that we can find. I'm sorry to ask this of you. And he goes, well, no, I'd be pretty inclined to do it, actually. The only problem is we, as much as we love Galahad and we worship Galahad, the Jotunn and me, if that makes any sense, I have to take commands from the All-Father. So, unless you can run it by him and get a yes-a-roo, unfortunately I can't make any calls. I know Lionel will help you, but I don't know if Alm will.
Is there a chance we could speak to this All-Father?
He's a pretty grumpy old man, but he'll be pretty inclined to seek your aid. Only problem is he'll probably only let you take us. If that'll do, I'm all keen.
Yeah, I say we go pay him a little visit.
Obviously, he's gonna make you do a trial. The trial. I know, it's spoken up more about my mother's hot chili. More repertoire to it.
So what exactly is this trial?
Oh, you haven't heard about the trial? I
Well,
swear every man and his mama talking about the trial around this place.
well, you see, us humans, we didn't even really know that there were.
No,
Humans,
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah. You give me another, please. Thank you, Darren. Sorry about that. Right. So this trial that you're gonna be doing, more or less, is you touch on stick, and he'll say if you're a good man or a bad man. That's about it.
Does everyone have to do this trial?
Well, yes. As long as you're not a bad man, and I've done some things myself, but
I'm a good man.
I would say it's pretty easy to pass. None of us got to incline to do the trial, but some members did, some of us didn't. Apparently, story foretold. I can't tell you, because I never did it, but stories foretold. Apparently, some of us obviously ain't the best boys on the ring, but they pass through.
And if you're a bad man, what happens then?
And, well, I'd say you take your boots and you skip your way home.
Fair enough.
Well, there won't be no killing. That's not our way. We don't do that. We won't kill you on spot because we think you did something wrong. But we will kick you out all the way to high noon. So, you gotta watch out for that. You're not a bad man, are you?
No.
Define bad man.
Well, it's obviously the easiest definitions. If you're, announce.
I think we'll be good. I hope.
But, I'm not too sure what it deems as a bad man. I think it's just if you have evil in your heart. And he looks at Malice.
Right.
As long as you're, I think, from looking at you folk, you're some good people. I think y'all have a good chance of passing through this goddamn thing. I wouldn't be talking so lightly of it. If it was such a hard trial, I'd be, talking on. But I think it's just you touch the stick, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too sure. He reads you like a card, and then he tells you good or bad. And I think it's pretty easy to be good.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah, I need to use the bathroom real quick. And I'm gonna scurry my way out.
Did anybody give him a hall pass?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get him?
No. I mean, why is a grown man asking me? Maybe he can go to the bathroom.
True.
And you watch as just chatter goes on as they're sitting there talking about it. So, you're Timothy Burns. I remember you from the television. Boxer legend, goddammit.
Yes, that's right.
My stars. Man, what the hell are you doing here?
You watch me?
Every weekend. Jesus, you were medicine in that goddamn ring. I'll tell you that.
Man, you should have seen them.
What happened with that last fight, though? I ain't saw you ever again after that.
Don't mention that.
Oh, biggest subject. My apologies. And your friend there that scuttled off to the bathroom. What's his name? Brent Carter?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Was he? Police officer.
Something like that. You'll have to ask him
I'll
yourself.
be damned. The rest of these... You city boy or you one of these Citrolians I hear so much about?
Yeah. Yep. You're goddamn right.
On which one? On both of them?
On that one.
Well, I see.
You could
Don't
talk
ever-
normally, you know.
I'm Darian Wood, by the way.
Don't have
Call
a
me
lot of
by
good
that.
conversationalists in this
I
little
know.
team of yours.
Mm-hmm. We're working on it. Slowly.
Anyways, what are you doing, T-Man?
I'm actually not going to the bathroom. I'm just gonna find some place to look out at the rest of the city.
While we're waiting, you reckon we could get these two untied?
Yes, we could.
That would be appreciated.
And he unties both of you. A few drinks are had, stories are shared around the table. Here and these, he explains to you, the whole, how he used to be in a, military camp or whatever, and was trained to be a soldier, then got shifted here. Let's say he was a, what do I call it? He was a brass. Like a, or BRAS, like a SAS. Anyways,
Okay.
and his camp was put in Jotunheim, or right near Jotunheim, and they fought. He explains this that they fought with the giants at first, before one giant in particular, something called a, goodness me, I'm gonna have to try and pull it up. An ex Jarl of Iron apparently found them and stopped the fighting and took him under the wing to train them in the ways of something called the Jotun, which is their form of, how do I say it? Their form of soldiers or fighting. It's this heavily armored, slow moving kind of heavily armored attacking style that they were trained under. That was made by this man called Orn the Allfather himself. Now it goes into deeper meanings, but apparently they were trained up and deemed worthy from Orn to be of Jotun, and were deemed a unit called the Sons of Galahad, as for their relation to, humans. And he explains this all to you before he begins taking you to, or he gets confirmation from a runestone that he could, you may have a sighting, or what is it called, witnessing, or what is it, something like that, but a sighting with the, Allfather. And you start walking up stairs, and you get a real look at this place, same as everybody here. Gets a real look at this place. And it's high atop the mountains. Oh, the village itself is actually quite quiet. A reverent collection of kind of sturdy, how do I say it, wooden houses, halls, darus, that standard thatch, hay, whatever, straw. But a lot of everything is carved with these runes that have a faint glow of Leos within them. And they're runed with some sort of something almost like patterns with
with blessings offering protection, prosperity, and wisdom, something like that. And at the heart, obviously, there's this massive tree. Now, would anybody ask about this, or would we just like to keep that out the wind? But there's a massive tree with a river flowing from it.
That's a big tree.
You're goddamn right it is. Well, it's the heart of Jotunheim, more or less.
The heart. A tree?
Well, the fruit at the very top of it. Now that only produced once every millennium, more or less, it seems. But it lets you live a long time and lets you, well, gives you a bit of power.
Really?
Well, only one that's ever been actually seen or eaten is from the All-Father himself.
Wow.
Now, the more low-bearing fruit that we go for, now when you finish being your Jotun trials, well, whatever you want to call them, but when you finish your Jotun trials, essentially we get to take a little mix of this special low-bearing fruit. That makes us a bit more strong than the standard old yippee-doo orc or, giant.
Wow.
Though, you gotta train your body to take it in first, or else it's like a quick-acting poison to kill you right there where you goddamn stand. It's called,
Can do that.
Oh, it certainly can. It's called, the Tree of Idun. Something like that.
Fancy.
Now, that little sparkling waterfall is something else. It's magical in itself. I can't tell you much about it, though.
Sure looks nice.
And the water in it is clear, beautiful, and just it's really something else. Like it's unnaturally beautiful water. Like when you look at it, you think it was like those photos that are just like so you almost question if that Photoshop. Perfect lighting. It's like that kind of water, but continuous and flowing, and it runs down the roots, cascading like over rocks and around. It goes through the village, and like I said, it also collects in portions of the terraces where it has kind of basin kind of collections of the water that you can see like they kind of use like a well in sort of ways. And if you were to truly follow this path, you see it winds through the village. Its banks lined with smooth rounded stones that have been like carefully placed by generations of villagers, and it really is something else, in this area. Despite its the cold, there's warmth here, like very, very unnatural warmth. A warmth that comes from not the fire or the sun or anything akin to that, but from the very leos that kind of runs through this place. And you can tell the villagers, they move quietly and respectfully, showing respect to the sacredness of their home. And a lot of them too bear kind of those almost like runic tattoos on their body that you would imagine contain some of the same kind of enchantments, offerings, blessings, whatnot on their skin. And additionally, some are woven into that clothing, or like, leathers and whatnot. It's truly beautifully, it's a look at it, another culture entire. And it's very different from how, your people are. They're very quite quiet, kind, kept to themselves, not as, rowdy, I want to say. And you can see massive stone carving statues, all this. They really respect that lineage, history, and all the sorts. Like, they truly do care about living in that, remembering those, and remembering that tradition. And you make it up this long pair of, that large, massive rail of stairs that you have to take ages to walk up that you see in those, like, old movies, where you're training, where you run up the stairs. It's like that level of stairage, with large statues on each side of different forefathers that came before. Actually, not different forefathers, but 10 statues, 5 at each side, sit there, all in different armor, different kind of looks to them, and they have names in like Nordic, Old Norse, underneath them that you'd imagine these are statues of 10 very important people, and they lead up to this massive hall manor. And he stands there, not the All-Father, but Wyatt stands there and goes, well, this is as far as I can take you. From here on, it's all up to you. Any questions? I say you ask now, because if I'm leading 5 bad men into there, well, unfortunately, you're not gonna be speaking with me anymore.
Additionally, he does the standard greetings with you, Cassius, Magnus, and like properly. He doesn't just like
Oh, we awake.
yeah. You're finally woke. You're awake and you've climbed up the stairs yourselves.
Finally awake.
Is Malice still around us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Ronin and be like, "What do we do about Malice? Do you reckon he's good enough, or?"
I'm sure we can figure something out. Anyways, it looks as though Ronin's mentally preparing himself. He's spoken here and there with him, great chats, shared the story. You've heard here's and there's about, history of the humans that Ronin shared with him. So no other questions from anybody?
Well, all I do is touch the stick, right? Sounds easy enough.
Well, that's all I've been told. Just get up there, fondle up on stick, and you'll be good to go.
Sounds good.
Now, I tell you, I don't think, somebody would have told him about Malice, right? How Malice is not human, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any need to bring, obviously, the big guy in. The rest of you, I don't think, if there's a bad man here, you can't scuttle away. He's gonna want to see all of you. But I think it's okay if we leave the big guy out here, since he's how do I say it? Not really
A human?
human.
Fair enough.
And no, goddammit, it's not the white. It's not the white.
I'm gonna look up and see if this Malice says anything to this. I'm just gonna look at him and see like how he's reacting.
He stands there. He looks. He kind of just, He's not like He's not like, what? I'm not a human. He's not like that or anything.
But he's just like,
Yeah. Or he like. Yeah.
I want to touch the stick. No!
No, but he doesn't really react at all.
alright. I guess we go in.
He does kind of. He looks back at you.
No bad men.
That's what he says.
I'm gonna.
Now you don't know if it was just mere coincidence that he says this,
Yeah.
but he starts walking down the stairs. Kind of, not like to get his emotion was quite hard, but he's not happy that he's not allowed to go in, but he's not like hurt that he's not going in, since he understands. He still
Maybe like
understands.
a little dejected.
Yeah, but he still understands that he is not obviously human, and he knows the reason why.
Can't take off my arm, can I?
But no, you cannot. As you're entering in, now you can also hear, as you're entering through the doors, you can hear him kind of walking away with Wyatt.
Come now, human. Lead me around your village. We shall tour.
Wait up! You can't go that way. I told you that 3 times.
I want to see all of it.
And he he gives off that, where you're in Hawaii, and you've got the flower necklace on. He gives off that kind of energy. And whoever's at the front pushes their hands on the door and opens it, revealing the innards of the hall. Now that is where we'll be ending the session. D-Man?
Well, this is certainly a turn. What will everyone come through as good? Will there be some bad apples? What is your father like? Find out next time on CTG, and I will see TGU next week, everybody.